Hello, my name is Kelvin, and today I'd like to show you a game I've been working on. So this is a prototype for Uberkrieg, and you'll be able to find a download link for it in the description if you want to try it out. But it is a prototype, so I'm going to tell you a few things about it before we get started. So firstly, F12 will make the game full screen, and F12 will exit full screen. This is important if you want to close the game because there is no in-game method of exiting the software. The only way to close the software is to use the top right X button in the window and close it manually that way. The other ways are to use Task Manager or to crash the game. But other than that, the only way to exit the game is to close it manually using the Windows button. This is the prototype is a one-time Windows executable, which means it won't install anything on your computer, but it will create a data folder in your C drive somewhere, and I'll include instructions in the downloadable for how to get rid of that. Basically, you guys gotta find it and delete it when you don't want to use the prototype anymore. So I think that's all the information you need before you download and play it. So I'm gonna open it and show you how to work the controls and some of the unique features of the game. So F1 to start. So this is a wait screen. Uberkrieg is a turn-based strategy game, and hidden information is an important part of the game. So, and this is a prototype, so there's no networking of any kind. So the only way to play the game is hot seat, which means single machine play. So you either have to switch seats with your opponent and like cover your eyes or something, or pass a machine around, which isn't always ideal. I have found like my laptop's sizable enough that a decent way to do it is to get Lazy Susan from IKEA or something. That's where I got mine for about $10. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Nope, just a sniff. Anyway. If you get a Lazy Susan, you put a laptop on top of it. You can spin it, and that works pretty good. If you need to play it with someone far away, or if you wish to play with someone far away, you can use a screen share program like Skype, and that works all right. It's less of a hassle than getting up and switching seats. So let's start. So this is your HQ. Winning, there are no explicit win and lose conditions in the game. It's code, so it won't tell you when you've won or lost. And so the only thing that you can do is versus, and to tell in versus is to tell your opponent that they've won, or to just decide between you guys that one person won. But in game, the default win conditions will be eventually capture your enemy's HQs as this building right here and this building, which I prefer to call properties, or they're generally called properties actually. Or the other win condition would be to destroy your enemy's army. So let's go ahead and deploy some units so I can show you some of the key features of the game. I'm just gonna this is how you move your units. You select it, you can move it, and you might be wondering what's up with these two colors. I'll show you. So if you move your unit outside of this clear into the dark blue area, it's gonna get a little question mark icon on it, and that means this unit's lost. And it's lost because it's lost communication to its HQ. So if we use the spacebar or the radio check button, you'll see there's sort of this area that's turned gold, highlighted gold. What you can imagine is there is a commander inside the HQ, and he's given all the orders. And the orders has to be broadcast. It has to be sent using a radio. So the HQ has radio equipment, and this is how far that equipment goes, and it doesn't reach this guy. But you can see he's got a dark blue range. That means this unit also has a radio equipment, but it can't send orders. But this unit is in contact with HQ, and it can send orders. So its radio range is displayed gold. So what do we do about this guy? Well, we can move this guy here, and the question mark's gone. That's because this the HQ is relaying orders through this unit to this unit. You won't be able to recover this unit on this turn, because it spent its turn, panicking and being lost. But on your next turn, you'll be able to give this unit orders again. And that's the same for properties. So this property is a radio tower. It has a very large radio range, but as you can see, it's blue, meaning it's not in range of anything that can give orders to it. So we can build. We should have built some earlier. I think that's enough. We will build a unit. We'll place it here within range of the HQ that then can relay messages to the radio tower, which can broadcast it to any unit in this gold area. And to check all of your combined radio range, go onto any terrain that is not a property, so anything that's not building like, and you will be able to see the entirety. So that this is your radio coverage, and if you do have a unit that's sort of out, that'll show too. If you put a unit on a mountain, their radio range and vision range will increase. And that is the very basics of Uberkrieg, how to move your unit. And nope, there's no end. That's it for that. The next thing I want to show you is a unique unit to Uberkrieg. Say you want to split your army in two to do some kind of pincer attack. You can deploy a commander unit. The commander unit has a little star on him. What's that? That means the commander unit is or field office unit. I haven't decided completely what name to go with. There's some connotation issues there. But a field commander is a commander and can act independently and give orders. But you can see it's got a very small radio range and not a great move range. But the Recon's got a very good radio range and a very good move range. So how do we? What can we do with that? You might think. Well, the answer is you can attach a commander to any unit that doesn't already have a commander attached, and move it wherever you want, but also command other units that are in this area. So we can see there's a break in this in your unit. So your army is two parts now, but that's because you got a commander over here barking orders at this guy. Next thing I want to show you is the covert operative, which has some unique properties to itself. No, I don't. I want to do the APC. Yeah, APC can carry 2 units. 2 infantry units, so that's anything on foot. So let's do that. So we can put 2 guys in here. I'm going to save it. and you can deploy them in various configurations, which is an extra option you can have. And APC is a commander. It doesn't have good radio range, but because it carries other units with it, it actually has effective, pretty decent range, depending on how you deploy it. Woo! Okay, so the next unit I want to show you is the covert operative. Well, actually, the APC can resupply units. So that's fuel and ammo if they run out, or if they're just low. The APC can also, no, that's it. That's all the things the APC can do. Almost. There's one more thing, but it's a little more involved. So I'm going to deploy some units on the opponent's side. I'm going to move this in close. The APC can hide. What does that mean? Well, okay, so this is the enemy's vision range, which is all of that and all of these. But you don't see he might be in here, but you don't see the, oh, he's right there. You didn't see the covert operative. That's because the covert operative is hidden as if it's in a forest or a property, but in plain sight. Now a little more about forests and properties. You can see they're hidden even though they're within vision range of this unit. So the way to see into a forest or a property is you have to either go into it or get up next to it on your move path, and you'll be able to see into terrain that hide enemy units. But more on that. More on the covert operative. So the same with the covert operative, except it doesn't have to be in a forest. So I'm going to try to move here, and oh, I got trapped. So the other thing a covert operative can do is to disable units. So if I use a disable command, that unit is knocked out indefinitely, and the only way to save it, so let's pass a few turns, you can see still can't command it. It will also not extend radio, so the way to fix that is to supply it with APC, and or if you have it parked on a property that can't supply. I think that'll have to do for now. Thank you for subjecting yourself to what I assume is pretty terrible audio quality. I do have a cold and I don't have great equipment or editing software. I hope you enjoy this prototype, and please let me know what you think. I'll have some stuff in the description. That'll work. Good night, everybody.